In this video, we are going to talk about floor more, some advanced editation. So first we need to go to architecture tab and create one floor. I'm gonna use a line option because I want to have floor with a different angle and more edge. And I can use chain, so I'm not going to just create one line. I can create multiple line like this, and I will click OK, and I will have my floor. The first option here, we will see modifier floor shape editation, add point. As you see in the video, it means that you are going to originally have points on your end point, and you can create point in the middle or anywhere else. Sorry. For example, we are going to create point here. We can even add the value at first because it's going to give us the opportunity to create a value. Here, for example, I'm going to create, for example, maybe 7 centimeter, and I'm going to add this point here, add this 7 centimeter here again, and I'm gonna to create 1 meter, and I'm going to create it here and here. So all of the points which we created was above our floor. So we need to, for example, we can change it here to bring it down. For example, our floor, we can just go click this point, and after that we can change the value to -7 centimeter. You will see we are going to have some extra line. It's because we are going to have a different level. We are going to have 7 centimeter or -1 10 centimeter here. I'm gonna go, for example, choose this point, -7 centimeter as well, and here we go. Then we are going to see the 3D view. Our floor will be like this. If we turn on the shadow shaded, so as you see, we are going to have our floor in a different shape. Some edges down, some edges up. We can change them more. For example, we can just grab this point by clicking on tab, and after that we can bring it even with arrow. For example, here you will see we can use these points for creating our conceptual floor, conceptual roof. We can like have some pattern, and it's a very useful element because we are going to have this opportunity to create our floor and roof also with a structural layer material, because now we are using a original material. For example, we can create something like that for our, if we have a restaurant project, we can create this element, for example, for our roof, and it's going to be amazing, something like this. This is, for example, the conceptual point of view. If you want to use this element for example, your project, and not to change the edge a lot, and you want to use it, for example, for those space in the bathroom which the water is going down, like the pipe area, so we can use it for that side, that type of the floor, or we can use it, for example, for a roof where the water is also going down anywhere. If that water is supposed to be guide, we can just use some slope, like a light slope in our floor, and take the water down, because we are going to have one option here. Let me to create one section line here. So when we are going to the section line, we will see our floor here with shaded and fine. As we will see our floor right now, for example, if you are going to choose this point here, I'm gonna, for example, take it more down, for example, for 2 centimeter. If you will see your structural layer, the red layer, bent down, we don't want to, it will happen. We want to, for example, have the slope in our floor. for example our finish one, but we don't want our structure will be bent down. So what can we do if we are going to use it, for example from a structural point of view? We can just simply click on our floor, and after that we can go to the edit type. Here we are going to use the edit, and after that we are going to use a variable option for our structure. I'm gonna go click on our variable for a structure and apply OK, and we are going to see the pressure will be on finish one or our, for example, the other layer. For example here sand or side. If we have a finished floor here, like I take it up and I'm gonna change the material here to something simple like wood, give the thickness of 5 centimeter and apply, we are going to have our wood there. And our bending is not going to happen in our structure. Our bending is going to happen in our finish one function. Here our wood is going to bend down, like for example by clicking on this point. I'm just gonna use this point here and bring it down, so you will see your bending situation is happening in your wood. If you are going to bend it more down, it gives you the error because it says your wall is not working, your floor is not working in that way, and it's not going to generally bend your floor. It's going to bend it on your finished floor. So this is one of the elements I wanted to mention in this video, which you can use it for your conceptual point of view and your structural point of view, and we are going to use it later in our project. The other option is add a split line. It is also very useful element by creating, for example, copy paste this reference line. I'm gonna use floor and create my floor here from here to here, and after that I'm just gonna click OK, add a split line. Here for example we can add a split line, but I need some guideline as well here, so I'm just going to reference plane, create this here and copy paste it with several steps, and I'm going to click my floor, add a split line, choose these lines and this one as well and this one. After that I'm going to create one line close to one of my reference line, like here I'm going to just copy very close, like somewhere like here and here. For example we are going to create a pool floor. With this element we can create that, and after that I'm going to again to add some split line here as well as here. So it was a mistake to click a wrong position. We need to click Ctrl Z. One point here and the end point here. That's it, and we can copy paste it because we press Ctrl Z, and choosing our floor, add a split point here as well as here. After that we can go just click on our floor and then we can change the value. For example I'm going to click this point, this one, modifier stop element. I can just click on modify stop element, it would be much more easy. Going to click this point, give the value for example for 2 meter, and after that I need to go to different level maybe, and after that I'm going to the 3D view to see where is it. So we need to take it down, choose modifier stop element. I'm going to choose these two, this one, and this one with this one, and we can just change the value for 1 meter, 2 meter here, and let's see we can use match properties or no, so we need to go individually, choose our point by sub element, 2 meter, 2 meter, and 2 meter. So we need to choose our point 2 meter. Here we go. Then we are going to choose this point for minus 2 meter. Okay, it's a very lot, so minus 1 meter. It's very close to each other. It's going to give us an error, so we need to choose this one plus this one, and after that move it a little bit. For example, I'm going to move them a little bit. By going to the modify sub elements, I'm going to move here in a original location, and even we can use the line instead of using the point. Both can work. By just clicking on your line, you can add value of minus 2 meter, because it's going to be very sharp. Say 1 second, we can delete this one and minus 2 meter. It says your floor is too thin to create this. It's because of that we went to edit type, edit, and we choose wrap for our structure. So we need to unmark it. It's a very important point. After that we are going to have the opportunity to use it, and we are going to check it out. Here I'm gonna use minus 2 and this one as well, and here I'm gonna use 3 and 3. So let's see, we created something like this. It's a very useful element. For example, minus 2 as well, count 3 plus 3. Here we go, and we can, for example, move this line here and create something else, or we can add more value. Here, for example, we can create a pool floor, and it's a very useful element. We can use this element for creating our, for example, pool floor and so on. And also we have the opportunity to have the editation under our floor 2 by just going here, structure, and after that we need to see which one we are supposed to change. So here is fine. Let's see which floor, for example. So yes, in this way we can create our, for example, a structural floor with a different shape, and it can be useful, for example, for the pool and so on. We are not going to have any more specific setting as well, because our preview is on and it's just one type, and in edit type we are not going to have any more, like it's a, for example, variable, which we already work with that. And here we are going to have graphic. Here we are going to have construction, interior or exterior, and here is our edit layer, and that's it. Here also we are going to have just level, high offset, and room boundary, which we can work on that later when we are going to work for room boundary. And we are not going to have any more option here. So floor had head point, we work on head point, we work on add split line, and this one is a pick support. You can use it, for example, for picking your support. If you created a line such as a split line, you can just go click your support, and your floor is going to bend down on top of the support. It's also a very useful element because it's going to build your project realistic. That's it.